it's Kirsten. I'm trying out a new filming location today with my game shelf behind me and my TBR and my little statue of Moana. Because this week, instead of making a video, when I should have been making a video, I went to the seaside instead. And so I thought I would talk to you about some books that are set at the seaside. And a game that's set at the seaside, actually. You have to create oceans on Mars, but that's slightly different. It's a brilliant game, by the way. I don't know whether any of you are interested in games, but that one you have to cooperatively make Mars livable, but it's also competitive because you have to make money out of making Mars habitable. I was talking about books that feature the sea. And here we go. The first, most obvious book for me was The Sea by Iris Murdoch. In this book, a man writing his memoirs comes across his first love and he kidnaps her and it all goes terribly wrong, and he has to face up to the fact that maybe he was never actually in love with her. Maybe it was just that he was in love with the idea of being in love and being young. Anyway, it's a brilliant book. So the second book is Agatha Christie, and Then There Were None. This used to have a very problematic title. It's quite problematic. It's based on a problematic children's nursery rhyme, but in the nursery rhyme, it's a counting rhyme in which people get killed off one by one, and in the book there are 10 people on an island and they get killed off one by one, and you have to work out who did it. Nobody knows. I did not see this twist coming. I very rarely see the twist coming. My husband almost always does. I don't know that he's read this one. It's quite good if you can get past the racism. If you can't get past the racism, I totally understand. It's horrific. But we do tend to have new editions where they try to cut out some of the racism. But you know it's still there. But it's set in an island. They're all stuck on an island. And they're all horrible people. Like, you kind of think, well, they got what they deserved. Terry Pratchett's Nation. This book is about a pig. It's not really about a pig. It's about a boy who's been on the boys' island where they're kept until they become men. He's become a man. He's returning home. And there is some army and the villager's gone. It's a bit like Gaiman, actually. I love their collaborations just because their writing styles actually work really well together. And it does have the best pig. And it's very beautiful. So far, I've not given you a single mermaid. So next, I'm giving you Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. Mira Grant is the sci-fi name for Shauna Maguire. And Into the Drowning Deep is a sci-fi thriller about an expedition which goes to film, they don't know what, they know that a previous boat went down and everyone died. And they're going to see what happened. Which obviously that makes sense. And the main character is the sister of someone who died. And there's an autistic female love interest who's just very adorable, utterly adorable. And yeah, there are mermaids in this book. They are not friendly mermaids, they are not sexy mermaids. They will kill you and eat you and everyone you love. But it's a brilliant book if you like sci-fi thrillers. And lastly, this is one of my favourite books as a child. My Sister Sif by Ruth Park. Park is a New Zealand Australian author. She was born in New Zealand, then worked mostly in Australia. This book is set, it's partly in Australia and part on an island in the middle of the Pacific. And Erica's sister, Erica's the protagonist, her sister Sif has always wanted to go back home. She runs away. Erica has to go and find her and see what's going on, and there's mystery, and a lot of it takes place under the sea, and it's very preachy about ecology, but I found even as an adult I really enjoyed reading it. It's got a pretty dolphin, and so I sought out this copy as an adult because the one I always read as a child came from the library, and it did not disappoint me. I absolutely loved it. It's a middle grade book that I've loved since then. So, thank you very much for watching. Have you got any favourite books about the sea? Any moments you'd like to share? Should I do a whole series of this? air, fire. And I'll see you soon. Bye.